best friends, Darius Butler, joining us. Darius, we're going to talk a little wrestling on the show for the very first time ever.
Oh, okay.
Because you're
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Superstar, 9-year NFL vet, very proud University of Connecticut Husky, of course, loves Florida, host of the Man to Man podcast. I went Stetson, Florida Atlantic. I went. Go on. I went.
Okay, well, like what are you doing, Stetson?
Stetson just seems like Yellowstone's a hot right now. Stetson just feels like a cowboy hat with a cigarette in its mouth, and I want an upset.
It's not a cowboy hat and a cigarette time. It is March Madness. UConn, defending champs. Come on, what are we, 5 times champs already? Bring it back 6. Bring it back to back. That's a horrible pick. Now,
I'm yawning. I'm yawning, and this is Verstappen. I'm gonna go against Verstappen every time.
There you go. Be smart. That's Verstappen right there, UConn. But FAU, they made a run last year.
Okay.
About 15 minutes down the road south of me. So I like that pick. I love that pick, actually.
I went San Diego State because I would have liked to go to college there. Auburn is on fire right now, which I know. I'm going to go BYU up against Illinois because I want Illinois to do well because I'm from Chicago. Washington State, don't know anything about it, but that's just a little shade at Drake. Just Drake goes in everybody's DMs but mine. So I'm just against Drake, so I'm going to go Washington State there. And then South Dakota State for no reason at all.
Hey, I don't know about your bracket. I don't know how well that's going to do, but your replies, speaking of DMs, your replies to some of those posts on X are absolutely gold. I absolutely love those.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Look at that zoom in for me. Okay, so obviously you know a lot more about the game than I do. I just started filling out my bracket. But over at FanDuel, your UConn Huskies, you're saying they are the Max Verstappen, trying to repeat as champs. Let's see, what are the odds here? Plus 370? What do you think?
Plus 370, not great odds when you're taking basically one team against the entire field.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's defending champs, and they are stacked. Great backcourt, great front court. I love my guys. Honestly, probably one of 2 or 3 teams, college basketball team, men's team that I've watched this year, honestly. But I become an expert around this time, just like everybody else. So there we go. UConn back-to-back 370. They'll definitely have my money on the book.
We're going to take care of some business here because there's a profit boost token that if you're over on FanDuel Sportsbook, you guys can claim and then put towards today's games. Last week, you put together an NBA parlay. I followed it. I was not happy. Jason Tatum, get those boards, baby. We needed 8. I was not happy about it. We're going to try to redeem ourselves. We're going to get involved in a little 4-game NCAA parlay. We're each going to pick just winners. Money line only, nice and easy, because they tried to sell me on other things and I couldn't understand them. So we're just going to do it nice and easy. Starting off, what's your first leg?
First one, give me the NC State Wolfpack. I don't screenshot this. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but give me the Wolfpack, NC State.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I know so little. I would fail a geography test for colleges or mascots or anything. Okay, NC State, and that. Over Texas. You hate Patrick Mahomes. Over Texas Tech. I understand. Got it. My leg is going to be Samford. I'm going to go Samford over Texas because over Kansas because I went to Mizzou. I went to Mizzou, and Twitter told me this was a good one. And Kansas, by the way, I think momentum must matter, right? They've lost 4 or 5. One of their best players, Kevin McCullough Jr., he's out for the entire tournament. So I feel like the Samford, I think it's the Bulldogs. They do it. What do you got?
Yeah, I just found out about that Kansas injury on my timeline once I posted my bracket. So I had to make some late game changes there. But my next pick will be Texas over Colorado State. Give me, I don't know. What's Texas? Are they horns too? Yeah.
Sure, hook 'em.
I got a lot of horns. So we got a Wolfpack and a Texas hook 'em, baby. So give me Texas over Colorado State. Who you got? We need a lot. We need one more lot.
They make that poor cow travel to games with them in a little RV. I don't love that. What's his name? Bo something.
Oh, something would be.
What is it?
We did a game one time. He was on the sideline and took a massive shit on the sideline. So shout out to Bevo. I don't know how they're treating him now.
And here we go. I think my young nephews and nieces are watching. I appreciate the story. Okay.
It is spring break.
Let's go. Okay, I'm going to go. I picked Iowa State. Iowa State, even though I just picked South Dakota State, but that was what I picked here because the big swing, the real upset was Samford. So I wanted to do something that was kind of easy, right? And I think
that's got to be.
I'm told they're the hottest team in the country. They beat number 1 seed Houston by 28 in the Big 12 title game. So I think they keep it rolling. Let's recap here. Darius is going with upset NC State over Texas Tech. The Texas Longhorns over Colorado State. I'm also going big upset Samford over Kansas missing their star. And then I'm going to go Iowa State beating South Dakota State. Now, FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every game day of the tournament, right? So that means every round, every single day. So it's just one for Thursday, just one for Friday. You can boost your winnings. So FanDuel has a 50% profit boost on your college basketball parlays, just like what we did. You can play with us. You can make your own. Go to the FanDuel Sportsbook app and build your boost. Download the app. You guys can start making big moments with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. I want to get your thoughts on what's going on. Yeah, what's going on in the NFL. But happy birthday, buddy.
Hey, thank you. It's always special to, take that one more trip around the sun, celebrate with some family and friends. 38. Let's make it 30 great this year.
Oh, you're so cute. Happy birthday. I hope I would ask you if you enjoyed it, but the thirst trap rang around the world.
Oh my gosh, come on.
What is this?
Come on. Yeah, hey, just calling ahead. I had the wheel driving the boat, had the little walkie-talkie, captain, steering stuff out there. I won't drop any other words. But it's beautiful. That's the huge benefit of living down here in South Florida, that you can get out and get on the water when the weather is nice. And I am a Pisces. I am a water baby, so I love to be on that water anytime I can get. But no, this is not a thirst trap. I got my abs covered up. I'm close enough,
I think Marissa and I disagree, but 30 great. 30 great is, and we're so happy for you that you live in Florida and are living the life, but you work your booty off. So I'm glad that you get to celebrate. Let's flip to the NFL finally.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. They haven't made any big splashes in free agency. They re-signed a lot of their own guys. Michael Pittman, who I love. In your opinion, what's the best offseason move so far for the team that you bled and sweat for so many years?
Well, I love getting Joe Flacco in there. You need a backup quarterback. Anthony Richardson, an amazing dynamic talent. Need him to stay healthy. Obviously had some injuries last year, got knocked out the shoulder. Gardner Minshew came in, held it down, went to a Pro Bowl as our backup. So getting Joe Flacco coming in, who's still playing good football, was huge. Keeping Kenny Moore, making him the highest paid nickelback in NFL history when they re-signed him was huge. Grover Stewart, bringing him back. Zaire Franklin, who's been an absolute stud since getting in that lineup for linebacker for us as well. I still think we need to make another splash in our secondary, whether it be corner, safety. I would love the Jerry Sneed. I would love Justin Simmons, Quandre Diggs, but we need a splash player in that secondary for the Colts. Love MPJ back. I love everything Chris Ballard has done so far this offseason with my Colts. I'm
like, while you're talking, I feel like nobody's talking about the Colts. We always sort of ask you about them because you know them so well, but is Anthony Richardson like the most slept on quarterback right now? Like, take it easy, undersell, over-deliver. He might be it for 2024.
Yeah. Everybody's looking for, obviously, that franchise quarterback. And then after that, well, maybe before that even, the head coach. Do you have a stud at head coach? And I think we hit the lottery when we got Shane Steichen over from the Philadelphia Eagles. And we saw a little small sample size of what Anthony Richardson can be. He's a dynamic talent, obviously, but availability is your best ability when it comes to playing in the National Football League, especially at that quarterback position. So that'll be the main priority coming in this year, keeping AR5 on the field. But we're excited in Indy, and I think that division, you know what's going on in Houston, but I think that division is still kind of wide open if we can stay healthy.
You were talking about everybody wants to find their franchise quarterback. I had a whole thing on the show yesterday where the Kansas City just won the free agency. Like, they pretty much brought everybody back. They tagged Snead. That's not worked out yet. They didn't really lose much. And then you look at the rest of the division, and it's like, I'm sorry, what? No Keenan, no Williams, no Eckler. And then you look at, it's crazy. And then you look at, the Broncos, who's your quarterback? And then you look at the Raiders, and you're like, okay, you take Gardner Minshew, who I just do think deserves a shot. They take him from Indy. That's fine. Garoppolo goes and he signs with the Rams. But what do you think the Raiders should do at quarterback? They don't pick until 13. Could they trade up? Like, do you think they like any of these QBs? Michael Penix could be a fit. What do you think?
I mean, you got to see what you could do if you want to move up. But Penix could be a guy that could potentially be available there. J.J. McCarthy, it's been a lot of. I feel like he was a big winner at the combine for some reason. All he did was win in college, but I feel like he could be a potential that can slide up in that top 10 as well. Bo Nix maybe could be a guy, but do you reach if you're there? When you have Gardner Minshew that can at least hold it down for this year, he's proven that he can go out there and give your team a chance to win week in and week out. But at some point, Kay, you know, especially in that division, everybody in the league is trying to figure out a way to beat Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. But especially in that division, you got to beat them, play them twice a year and hopefully, get in the playoffs that way. You got to find a long-term answer at quarterback. They don't have that yet, but we'll see if they reach or they maybe move something around in the draft and jump up. We shall see. I don't have those answers for Antonio Pierce just yet.
Could it be Gardner Minshew? I mean, they bring in Christian Wilkins. Like, that's a nasty pass rush, Drew. Like Justin Herbert and Mahomes aren't going to love that. So, from you're there. Could it be Minshew? Is Minshew more than a bridge guy?
I mean, right now, based off what we've seen in his career, I would say no. I wouldn't say that Gardner Minshew is your franchise quarterback or somebody you'd be comfortable having lead your franchise for the next few years, especially when you're in the division with Patrick Mahomes. You can look at that AFC side. You got Stroud, Lamar Jackson, Burrow when he's healthy, Herbert, like the list and the names just go on and on and on. So would you be comfortable if your Raiders ownership, the head coach said, hey, Gardner Minshew is going to be our guy going forward? No. But Gardner Minshew also can go out there and continue to write his own story. He can go out there and light it up and throw for 4,500 yards and 38 touchdowns this year. Who knows? So his story is still there to be written, kind of like Cody Rhodes in WWE. But if you're asking me my honest answer, Kay, no. That's not the long-term answer for the Las Vegas Raiders. But I love that Wilkins pick. Christian Wilkins, oh, my God. Losing him as a Dolphin fan really, really, really sucked. Him and Max Crosby going to be a headache.
I think the Dolphins are slept on, too, because I think they had injuries and everybody, had a bad taste in their mouth when the Chiefs beat them. But the Chiefs beat everybody after them and took care of business. So I think we, thought, oh, the Chiefs can't be – or the Miami Dolphins must not be that good. Let them get healthy, even without that huge loss with the towel stealer from college, Christian Wilkins. Listen – the WWE reference it. Listen, I've chased you into golf. I've chased you into F1 so I can understand, so you and I can speak a similar language, but I don't know that I'm going into the wrestling world. I will ask you a little bit about golf. I'm going to stay away from Caleb Williams because everyone's got weird answers about him. I don't even want to talk about it. I want to take a break. But him and Jaden Daniels, they're getting the most attention. I'm not hearing or talking enough about Drake May. He's projected to go early first round. I remember you told me Super Bowl week, in between drinks of Smirnoff something or other, that you played golf with him. What's everything I need to know?
Yeah, so got a chance to play golf with him, Phil Mickelson, and Will Levis. And actually, I'm a little higher on Will Levis going into this year as well. But as far as Drake May, it's so unknown. Obviously, it's a crapshoot when you get into the draft. We see number 1, number 2, number 3 overall picks fail and bust all the time. It's so important what that team, what that organization has around that young quarterback. I like what Chicago's been doing. But I think Drake May, he'll go 2 or 3. And I just love, his family. Right? You spend 4 hours with the guy, his dad, his agent, his other people in his family member, and just how they talk, the banter back and forth. I got a bunch of brothers. I got my dad. And it's just banter. It's just a bunch of crap talking to each other. How do you respond to that? How do you respond after a bad shot? How do you respond, chipping in front of Phil Mickelson? All these different little things that you can get spending that type of time with someone competing, watching them fail, watching them succeed. And I was 10 out of 10. He checked every box that I would want coming into my locker room, being a young leader, which every young drafted quarterback drafted that high is going to have to be. Can you respond, and how do you get along with a guy? Are you a guy's guy? And I got that vibe from Drake May.
I want to do 2 questions quick before you go. I have to because there's footage. I don't know if you saw this. Tyreek Hill's training over in France. Why are you laughing?
Because I did see that. This is actually the one clip I saw that I just swiped past. I said, what, I'm not even going to do it to him.
What do you mean? Do you think, is it safe to say the next great DB is not from Paris?
It's safe to say the next great F1 driver may be over there, maybe the next great golfer, but the next great Cornerback, absolutely not. It would not be coming from Petty. I promise you that.
Why are you laughing so hard?
Look, it's Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill will make me look like that probably right now at 38. And that 38 jersey, you got to get that off his blood. That's not going to help you out there, Mr. Cornerback. But that's Tyreek at the end of the day. It is Cheetah.
We'll see. I mean, I hear the Dolphins are interested in Odell Beckham, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. That would be pretty fun. Xavier Worthy. We'll see what the Dolphins do. And by the way, you could definitely shut down. We saw that thirst trap. We know what you could do still against.
Undersell, over-deliver, okay?
There we go.
Undersell, over-deliver.
Well, why are you just not going to brag about this fact that you're in a video game? Oh, my God. Get off of this. Before we let you go, DB, you are now in a WWE video game. It's not out yet. It'll be out in July, I believe, but it's WWE 2K24. Does your character have a signature finishing move?
So the game's actually out, and our Pat McAfee show pack drops during the summer. So it'll be me, Boston Connor, AJ Hawk, Ty Schmidt, and obviously Pat. And yes, I have a great finisher. It's going to be named the Butler Breakdown. I can't tell you what it's going to be. You got to get the game and you see it, but we spent hours with these developers going over entrances, finishing moves, dress, attire, signs I want in the crowd. It's going to be dope, okay? It's going to be dope.
That's actually congratulations. It's so amazing. We had a suggestion. Marissa thought maybe, or like Brian thought maybe you would like, you're the mayor of Shutdown City. It could be Suplex City. But I like Butler Breakdown.
Ooh, okay. See, Butler Break. Somebody else gave me that. I hope the 2K24 developers actually watching this because I gave them a different name. But someone gave me this name on it, so I need that one. Butler Breakdown. But it's gonna be dope. Never thought this wasn't even a dream of mine. Growing up, I always wanted to be on Madden. Obviously, the college football game. Yeah. Never thought that I would be on the WWE video game, but it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
We're gonna take a break here. Good luck to you, Con. We have Deshaun Jackson on next. What do you think his finishing move would be in wrestling?
Oh, DJ, I don't know. Bumps. Something to do with a bomb or a deep ball, something taking the top off the defense. I don't know.
He's already got the visor usually. Oh, now all of a sudden he's got the studious professor glasses on. We'll